I'm thinking of doing something terrible to my girlfriend, or should I say ex-girlfriend. But before I do it, I just want to come and report myself to the public, just in case I go viral. Now, before I dive into this story, understand that this is not my personal story. Stories I share on this page was either sent to me by a follower or I see them on Facebook. Now, I've been dating this girl, or should I say I dated this girl for should I say 7 to 8 years. When I met her, she was trying to gain admission into the university. Now, she got admission into university. Her parents told her that they couldn't continue to further education because they don't just have the financial capacity to do so. They told her that she should find a way to further herself or learn a skill. They just told her point blank that, you know what, take care of yourself. We've tried, right? And this kind of puts my girlfriend in a position that it kind of messed her up mentally, because that period she wasn't eating, she wasn't necessarily talking, she was just sad. And at first, I didn't know that it was what her parents told her that made her, behave like that. So over time, I got to find out by having a discussion with her. That's when she told me that she's sad that she cannot further education in university, that she aspired to be, let's say for this story, let's say she aspired to be a lawyer. And some of her mates has gotten admission into the university, but she hasn't. So she doesn't like, she just told me a whole lot of things. And I said, okay, no problem. So I put it into consideration for some days. Me, I'm not educated. I'm just someone that is into business. For the sake of it, so let's say I sell phone accessories. I import phone accessories from China to Nigeria. Now, I considered it. I love this girl and I don't like the way she's, feeling. Let me train her. That's what I said, right? Now, I told her that she shouldn't worry. Let her get the funds that she needs to get and do some findings. I'm going to train her in school. When I told this girl this thing, I could see the switch in her mood instantly. At first, she was like, don't, she was finding it difficult to believe. She felt maybe I was trying to pull her legs. But I told her that since we are dating and I love you, I'm going to train you in school. And she was so happy. From that point, I paid every bill that needed to be paid. Admission fee, hostel fee, every single bill from year one down to a final year. I kid you not. For every bill, for every handout, for every project in school, think whatever money you will spend in school, I foot the bill. I literally took care of this girl, even down to her feeding, everything, right? And our relationship was going fine because I love this girl now. I saw her as someone that I intend to marry. Of which, during our course of relationship, I chip it into her that, I'm going to marry her. Not that I told her to her face, but I made her understand that, okay, we're in this together. Sometimes when I'm making futuristic plan, I use the word we. I put her into my plan. So automatically, she should have known that I intend to marry her. So now, after everything, right? Training her in school, paying the bills and everything, right? On the day of her sign out, I proposed to her. I got the people that played the trumpet, people that brought the money bouquet, the cake and everything. And in the cake, I wrote, will you marry me? After everything, in front of her friends and her family, I proposed to her. And this girl was like, no. That's what she said. Like, she didn't say no, but I could see in her character and her attitude that she was being hesitant. But she collected the ring. I feel like she collected the ring so that she would not, disgrace me. But a few days after that proposal, my girlfriend came to me and told me that, there's something she wants us to discuss. Guess what she said? She said I shouldn't have pulled that stunt that I pulled on her sign out day. Why did I not just propose to her inside a confined space? Why did I do it in public? I'm like, yeah, my girlfriend, we've been dating for years and I intend to marry you. Like, what's going on, right? When she was saying this, and I thought maybe she was just trying to be, troublesome. But that's when this girl sat me and told me that. She first said, thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for training me in school. Thank you for, of which when I was training this girl, when I was paying the bills, our parents, they were aware of it. Her father even called me, thanked me. There was nothing. During the period I was doing all this thing, her mom was like my best friend, in the sense that when we have issues and we have quarrel, then I tell the mom will call her and tell her, oh, behave. Before once the mom talks to her, she'll behave. So the mom was literally like a mediator for between me and my girlfriend. And that we have issues. That's when she was still in school and I was paying the bills, right? So now, back to the moment when she was trying to have a discussion with me. That's when this girl told me that, thank you for paying the bills. Thank you for everything you've done for me for these past few years. But I don't think I can end up with you. She said, I don't think I can end up with you. I'm like, like, but what are you talking about? Like, she said, she has been thinking about it since 2 years ago now, that, she doesn't think she can end up with me because I am not her spec. That in as much as I'm taller than her, but I'm not so tall. Like, I'm a bit taller than her. Should I say I'm average in height for a man, and she's just a little bit, not almost my height, right? And I'm not her spec. And given that I did not go to school, I'm not educated, she doesn't think that now that she's a graduate, now that she's, she has gone to school, she want to end up with someone that is not a graduate. This is what this girl said. That she doesn't end up with someone that's a graduate, that, She likes the fact that I took care of her. She liked the fact that God used me to train her in school. So I should just take it as one of those things that you do for people. Then she thanked me. Then I'm like, wait, first, what are you saying? Because you're not making sense. At that moment, my chest started beating fast. Like, it was like, you know that thing they say they play the show. That was I began to stutter. I began to sweat inside AC. I began to like, girl, what are you saying? Are you trying to break up with me or what? She said yes, that she just have to come clean. She doesn't want to continue. So that's not like she. Long story short, the girl told me, the girl that I trained in school and spent money on, told me that she's no longer interested in a relationship. That God will bless me for taking care of her. And I asked her, when I was paying the school fees and everything for you didn't take cognizance that I was not your spec. She said she didn't know how to tell me then because because her parents couldn't train her, there was nobody available, so she just did it. And I'm like, are you for real? So we had an argument, like we had a heated argument. Small thing remained, I would have almost hit that girl, but I just have to keep calm because I'm not the type of person that touch women, right? So she angrily left my house, and ever since that day I tried to call her, reach her, texted her. She didn't reply my text. That this girl still on top of the text I sent her, sent me a long ass breakup text. She first sent an appreciation text message, then sent a long ass breakup text asking me to move on with my life, that God will send somebody to me. Guys, for days, even till now, I'm not myself, but for that period it happened, I almost ran mental, right? Now, I reached out to her mother. Her mother has always been a mediator between the both of us when we have issues. I even went to her shop, told her, Mama, see what your daughter is saying. Mama was like, she first calmed me down. Then she was like, a woman is a woman. Her daughter told her this thing 2 years ago, but she told her daughter to be sure. Now that her daughter has finally broken up with me, that means her daughter has come to terms with it that she cannot end up with me. So I should just find a way to, move on. The same thing that she said is what her mother said. And I'm looking at these people like waiting. See, I'm not gonna lie, when I started training this girl in school, there was a friend of mine that kind of warned me, but I didn't listen because I was blinded by love and I didn't see her as that kind of person. So when this whole thing was happening, that was when those things that my friend told me started to ring in my ear. Like, why didn't I take precautions? So now, after all said and done, I wasn't myself for days, for weeks. I wasn't myself. I called this girl, I tested those different people. I tried to use people to reach out to her, but she still stood her ground. Now, after my long investigation, because I went into detective mode, right? Stalked her social media account, did the whole other thing. That's when I discovered that this girl is already in a 1-year relationship with somebody that is a spec, somebody taller, somebody light skin that has beards, chiseled chest. Because me, I don't have chiseled chest. Not like I'm fat, but I don't have chiseled chest. So now, when I still trying to still reach out to her, this girl now started insulting me. She said, what is this? Am I the first person that trained someone in school? I should calculate all the one that bossed my. She said I should calculate all the money that I spend, that she's going to pay it. Her new man is going to pay it. When I saw that one, that was what even waked me. Now at this point, I'm miserable. I am sad. I am confused and frustrated, and I'm angry at myself at the same time. Why did I not listen to my friends when they tried to warn me? That is why I came to the conclusion that I am going to do something terrible to this girl. Yes, I'm going to do something terrible to her. Now, I'm just sharing my story, not because I want you guys to change my mind. I've made up my mind because I cannot go through the stress. Do you know what it is to spend on somebody with the hopes that you're going to marry the person? At the end of the day, the person disappoints you. That is what I'm going to do. Because, see, in case I trend, nobody should judge me. She dare open her mouth and say I'm not a spec. You see that as spec that she wants to follow. I will make sure that if I cannot have her, no other person will. I said what I said. I've decided nobody should try to change my mind. This is not my story, but when I came across it, I was shocked. Like, come on now, ladies, you can do better. If you have no intention of spending the rest of your life with somebody, don't waste their time and their resources. On top of it, you say you should calculate the money you spend. So come on now, you can do better. Anyways, leave your thoughts in the comment section on what you think of this. Do you think he's right for wanting to do something terrible to the girl, or do you think he's wrong? Let me know what you think. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one.